Hey, Mike Martinez, and today we're going to talk about something that's critically important if you want to start mastering mind power. So don't go away, I'll be right back. Hey, Mike Martinez, and today, we're going to touch on something that took me a long time to figure out, and actually, if it wasn't because of my mentor, I would never have figured it out on my own. And you know what? I had heard this before, so maybe I'm just, one of these slow learners. But I had heard this before, but it never really snapped, right? And what I'm talking about is how to create a vibration that's going to bring you the good things that you want. And it starts by having this awareness, and awareness is always the beginning of transformation. So awareness is a powerful thing. Having the awareness of negative thinking. Now, why is this important? Because when you start, and this is what I want you to do now, from this moment on, when you start getting a negative thought in your mind, I want you to go into your body and feel what you're feeling and where you're feeling it, right? What you're going to find is that you're getting this weary feeling, usually around the chest or upper stomach area, right? And they call that the solar plex, but it's a critically important area because that's kind of like the base of how you start feeling things, and whether the feelings that you're getting are positive and negative. I don't know if you've ever been in an amusement park line waiting to get on that scary roller coaster, but you got this feeling there, right? That's kind of a feeling of anxiety, a feeling of excitement sometimes, a feeling of fear. Very close related, right? But what that does is it magnifies the vibrations that you are releasing. So when we're talking about negative thinking, you start thinking a negative thought. Oh, I'm going to go bankrupt. Oh, I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my business. I'm going to lose my house. When you start thinking these thoughts, you start getting this feeling in and around the solar plex area. Critically important for you to be aware of that, because you need to start changing that. You need to, again, the law of attraction doesn't distinguish what it is that you are attracting to yourself. It could be something positive, it could be something negative. And it's based on two things: what's going on in your mind and what physical feelings you are releasing. And when these two things meet up, right, you got a powerful manifestation process there going either for you or against you. And what I'm telling you is you gotta be absolutely aware. And you know what? You have to eliminate as much fear situations as possible, and as much fear sensations as possible. Because the bottom line is, and again, you know what? I am going to ask you to do your research on the Master Key System by Charles Hanau. 1919, that was the year it was put out there, and it was actually a correspondence course which was 28 weeks, and they would Mr. Charles Hanau would mail this out to you every week and give you a different lesson. And one of those lessons, he talks about the power of the feeling that you are generating in your body, and how that either lights up and brings you positive things into your life, or because of fear starts attracting negative things to you. So if you are a person that wants to control your life by controlling your mind power, you're going to have to understand that it's not just your mind power. It's your mind and your feelings, the feelings that you are generating. And when you start contemplating negative thoughts, when you start sitting in front of the TV, the other day, it actually wasn't the other day, it's been a while, but because I don't really listen to the news, and I was listening to this news station, which I'm sure you know of. I won't mention it, but they talked about a mother and daughter, 8-year-old kid, and a lady in her early 30s. that were ran over by a truck, and the newscast guy said they were flattened like a pizza, right? And this happened in Pakistan. Right now I'm in the United States, and you know what? Not that I'm not sensitive to those things, but you know what? It immediately got me into a bad state, right? And what I'm telling you is this, guys. Consciously or unconsciously, there are some people, some forces, some organizations, some systems that want to put you in a negative, fearful state for whatever reason, right? Maybe it's because under a fearful state you do not take action. You stay stifled. Your mind goes into, panic mode. Whatever the case is, but I'm telling you, it's not to your benefit. It's not to your benefit to be in a fearful state. It's not to your benefit to get these vibrations of fear going on, and these thoughts, and now these things are connecting together, and you're attracting some really bad stuff, right? Because it's a powerful vibration you're releasing. The one thing you want to do is, number one, become aware of when these negative thoughts are coming in your mind. Critically important. Number two, feel the feeling that you're getting, and start reversing that. Start changing the thought and start reversing the feeling. Because what you want to do is you want to be in a blissful, happy, excited state as much as you can while you're holding the picture of the goal that you want, right? And when you do that, you start releasing these vibrations into the ether, into the universe, that start pulling to you, start bringing to you the things that you want. But the same thing happens in reverse. If you contemplate a negative idea, you start getting this negative feeling in your body, you start releasing these negative vibrations, you start attracting negative situations. So one of the key things, and again, I'm going to remind you one more time, write down this thing. You know what? Write this as a comment right now. The beginning of transformation is awareness. You want to be aware. You want to be aware of what you are feeling, what you are thinking, because that's how we start. We talked about shutting down, negative influences. We talked about getting into our own mind and controlling that little voice in our head. This is how you do it. And when you start controlling the voice in your head, and you start controlling the pictures and the movies that you're creating, you start controlling the feelings that you're putting out there. All right? In the next video, we're going to talk about, about actually stepping into it, because we hear a lot about, I got to step into the wish fulfilled. How do I do that? A lot of people don't know how to do that, right? But it starts by understanding that once you start contemplating a negative thought, you start creating negative feelings. Now you start vibrating negative vibrations out there. Now you start attracting negative things. So take control of that. Turn that around. Shut that down. Turn it to where you are now aware. You know what? Got a negative thought. I'm changing that. You know what? Oh, I can feel the fear growing in my body. I can feel the sensation growing. Turn that around. Once you do that, you gain massive control of your vibrations. And that is the key to the law of attraction. The key to gaining control over your mind is being able to use your mind and your body in unison as one to create the vibrations that you want, to attract the things that you want. Mike Martinez, give me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share this video, and you know what? Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because we're going to be having some really good lessons. If you are a person that wants to go out there and start, start controlling your life, start building, a future that you are in control of, not other people. Mike Martinez, I'll see you in the next video.